What is up, everyone? Simply Vavo back with another video. I think it's been almost exactly 2 years since I posted my last video, which was the dyno session, and that was an absolute huge success. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. I got some bullet points and some notes here about some things I want to talk about. I've been in great health, my friends, my family, everyone's been in great health. Nothing wrong there. Last thing you guys saw was the dyno session, and it was an absolute huge success. 818 all-wheel horsepower, 595 all-wheel torque, 28 pounds of boost. Not really even pushing the thing too hard yet. And this is a very well-known dyno in my area at a PSI Performance. There's a lot of 800 to 1,000 all-wheel horsepower Evos that have been on that dyno that have run 8-9 second runs. So they're very, very legit numbers. I have some footage I took of like checking the oil. I sent it out for analysis and everything looked absolutely wonderful. Compression checks, cylinder checks. I'll put some things at the end of this video, but that was a huge success, that dyno, and that engine is a strong engine and it's running great. At February 2022, I moved out of my shop. I had a much bigger and better opportunity I had to take, and it kind of perfectly lined up with when my lease was up. So I got out of there. I needed to get out of that shop. I'm almost done my new opportunity about 2 years later. I have a ton of footage I'm going to share on that, and it is really going to be an awesome opportunity, and hopefully it's going to allow me to take things to the next level. Hellmoose is temporarily closed. Because I moved out of my shop, I had to put everything in storage, I had to put everything away, and there was no real way to run that business properly in the way that it needed to be run. So everything's temporarily closed. I'll make another video on that. I'm going to be doing YouTube only. Maybe I'll make some social media for Hellmoose or for Simply Vavo, on Instagram or something in the future. But for now, YouTube only. And hopefully got a lot of videos starting up again soon. With this new opportunity, I recorded everything the past year, 1.5, 2 years. I got probably enough content to make 10 or so videos. So hopefully going to be putting out some videos soon, and I'll be making some videos on Hellmoose and what the plans are for that. Stay tuned. Got some videos coming up, and I'll try and put some clips in from the post dyno session and a couple things about that. Stay tuned. Doing my post dyno / race health check. All the holes look great. I'll insert a clip using my my endoscope. Compression checked everything. It's all 180 to 190 psi, which is exactly where it should be. Oil pressure is holding up fantastic. It's like 60 pounds by 3,000, which is perfect to held great at the dyno. So definitely no health issues with the engine. Might pull the filter, might drain the oil, send it off the Blackstone. Not sure yet. Might do that, but I probably don't need to. I think this engine is very healthy. Oh, so clean. It's all bubbles. Oh yeah. Tiny couple speckles. It's to be expected. It's still a new motor. I'm gonna send this out as a sample to Blackstone again. You can see it's a little watery. But I mean, this is 6 or 7 months old with a ton of dyno pulls and a ton of street pulls on it. So it's probably a little diluted with fuel, but it doesn't smell like fuel at all. We'll see what the analysis says. See how the filter looks. It's pretty good. Tiniest amount of shimmer. See that? Like the tiniest amount. I think that's pretty normal for the filter housing. That bronze color, that's just the color of the housing. It's always that color. Not bad, not bad. Tiniest amount of shimmer. I would say that's totally normal. See that shimmer? But there is nothing in the pan. So the filter is getting everything, which is what I want. So healthy.
Such a healthy motor. What's that? It's a little piece of green. Looks like a little piece of a leaf or something. Get that high quality. Let's zoom. Looking really good. Don't see anything questionable. Happy with that. Like I said, tiniest amount of shimmer in the housing. That amount's fine with me. Let's send this oil off to be analyzed.
I wanted to share the oil report I got back from Blackstone. I sent a sample out to them for analysis, and the results came back really, really well. The technician said the sample shows improvements. The metal counts are a lot lower, and everything's looking really good. There's genuine progress to be noted here. So, this motor's still very new. It only has 2,500, 3,000 miles on it. So it's pretty normal to have a little bit of shimmer inside the filter housing. Um, just because of how new it is. There's still, I'm sure, some things are breaking in. We can also see the insolubles are very low, 0.2%. So that also means there is very little metal in the oil, and the show in the filter works very well because of that percent. I confirmed that in the previous clip, showing that most of the shimmer and most of the insolubles were actually caught by the filter housing, and that the pan doesn't have any metal in it, and everything's very good in there. So I'm happy to hear that. No contamination was found. So no issues with E85, the injectors leaking down, or any E85 contamination, and that could possibly mess up the viscosity and cause accelerated wear. The insolubles are low, like we said, very low metal count, and I think it's a good thing to send the oil out for analysis on these high power, expensive engines because if something is going to go wrong, after a race or after a dyno session, you send that oil out, I mean, you'll see it here. You'll see these metals will go through the roof, and you'll see at the insolubles will go through the roof, indicating, hey, there might be a problem. Bearing is on its way out. Cylinders wearing, etc. And you can catch the problem before it becomes a problem. So I think it's cheap insurance. It ends up really helping you out in the long run. Because if you see something wrong, you can yank it all apart before it costs you a fortune.
Well, it's about time to get moved out of here. Getting the welder all packed up. I got so much stuff. All this stuff on the sides, I gotta get over there. All these carts, lift I got taken care of. Workbenches, cars, all this carts, all this stuff. Toolbox, lift, or press. Other welder, hoist, engine stand, ladders. And we're getting there. Really just taking this video so I remember where stuff goes when I set back up again. Man, a lot of good memories here. Old game of Jenga, almost got the entire shelf in this one little tote. These things are coming in clutch. Home Depot, Lowe's. I'm gonna buy a ton of these to organize everything. A couple more things left on this shelf. Pull that all down. Look at the welding tables, bins. We're getting this stuff out of here. Got the first load all done. They got it packed in there pretty good. Strap your stuff down, kids. Don't be that asshole whose shit flies out all over the highway. You might be that asshole with this though. I might throw that somewhere else. Just about out of here. Everything's gone here. Just got a couple bins. Got the cars, taking the lift with me. Toolbox. Probably gonna take one table. Leave the other one here for the next tenants, and just gotta get rid of these tires. Drop off some oil. The only reason this is on jack stands is because I swapped the wheels. These 195s work way better than these 595 RSRs. These are garbage tires. Garbage. They're rock hard and they hop like a motherfucker. So I'm just gonna run these for now. They fully dead hook and second at 700 wheels, so no problems there. Maybe do one last change on the oil change on the lift, probably not, but getting this taken down professionally and moved to my new property. Oh, everything's out. Lift's getting taken down tomorrow. Tables, toolboxes, and that's it. Honestly ready to get out of here. It's been great, but ready. Yeah, the big guns. Poles are down, frames all unbolted. I had a crane truck in here. Made real easy work. Way easier than I could have done it.